welcome to this week's story time. Our story time this week is going to be all about winter clothes. So when you go out, play in the snow, make your snowman, go sledding, all those different kinds of things in the winter, you have to make sure you're all bundled up, right? So there might be different types of things you have to wear as opposed to normal time, like long johns, snow pants, big puffy coats, maybe a scarf, mittens, hat, earmuffs, all different kinds of things, right? So today we're going to, as usual, play some games, read some stories all about the different kinds of winter clothes that you wear to prepare for the winter weather. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with our opening song, If You're Ready for a Story. So go ahead, stand up for me. If you're ready for a story, take a seat. If you're ready for a story, take a seat. Clap your hands and stamp your feet. Make your hands all nice and neat. If you're ready for a story, take a seat. Good job. Okay, our first story we're going to read today is called Bear in Long Underwear. Just a little bit. There we go. It's a snowy, blowy winter day. Cocoa. Yummy. Bear and his friends are inside drinking hot chocolate. Who's got the marshmallows? Bear is feeling cozy, but a little cooped up from being inside all day. He looks out the window and says, "The snow has stopped falling. Who wants to go outside and play in the snow?" I do, me too. Everyone bundles up. They put on hats, earmuffs, mittens, scarves, jackets, and boots. Bear's friends rush outside ready to play. Last one out is a rotten egg. I love rotten eggs. Everyone wants to do something different. I'm going to find pine cones. Rabbit and Skunk find sleds and head for the top of the hill. Whee! Last one down is a smelly sock. Beaver makes snow angels with Cougar. Mine's perfect. Then they catch snowflakes. Tastes snowy. Turtle and Hedgie have a snowball fight. Ouch! Honey Bear and Deer join in the fun. Let's get Hedgie. Okay, I've got my snowballs ready. Bear decides to build a snowman. Everyone has ideas for Bear. You call that a snowman? He looks cold. Yeah, he needs clothes. Bear agrees. He puts his very own hat on the snowman. He needs more. Then he adds a scarf. More! Bear puts his earmuffs. He still looks cold. His mittens. Give him your jacket. And then his jacket on the snowman. The snowman is dressed, but Bear is nearly bare. Cougar asks Bear what he is wearing. This is my long underwear, Bear explains. I always wear this when it's cold and snowy. You look super cool and comfy and warm. Does it come in my size? Haven't you ever seen long underwear? Where can I get a pair? Everyone wants underwear just like Bear. Bear says there's lots more in the cabin. Everyone picks a pair. Make mine extra large. Are there any in pink? Mine are carrot color. How do I put these on? Not sure these will fit over my antlers. Ooh, this is fuzzy. Spiffy, neato, cozy, cute. There's one pair left. Look, everyone has long underwear, but there's one extra red pair. Who doesn't have long underwear? I have mine. I got the green ones. I love mine. Just right. Got mine. Me too. We're all good. I know who needs this pair. Super cool. Snowman looks great in his long underwear. It's the perfect winter pair. Super warm. And that's the end of Bear in Long Underwear. Okay, so it is time for our rocket song. So you know what to do? Put your hands together, make your rocket, and zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you'd like to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast! Alright, so the first game we're going to play today is called Hats for Animals. So we've got 5 different winter hats here, right? Because that's one of the layers that you wear when you put on your winter clothes. And we're going to find some animal friends to fit these hats. So we've got our 5 funny winter hats, a red one to adore. A monkey came and bought it. So we've got our monkey with our red hat on. And now there are 4. Let's move our hats down. Just got room for our monkey with his hat. There we go. Move him up a little bit. All right. 4 funny winter hats. The yellow one should please. A giraffe just bought it. Got our giraffe in our yellow hat. And now there are 3, right? Okay. 3 funny winter hats. One is big and blue. An elephant just bought it. And now there are 2. An elephant with our hat, right? Okay. 2 funny winter hats. The green one's good for sun. A kangaroo came and bought it. Let's move our pink one over. Kangaroo. A little green hat on. And now there's only 1. So let's move our animals over a little bit. So you've got some room. What's our last color? We've got a pink hat, right? 1 funny winter hat. It's very, very small. A mouse came and bought it. The last one of them all. And our little pink hat goes on our little mouse. There we go. And all of our hats have found winter friends. So we've got a monkey in our red hat, a giraffe in our yellow, an elephant in our blue, a kangaroo in our green, and a little bitty mouse in our hot pink hat. Good job, everyone. Our next story is called The Missing Mitten Mystery. Oscar, I lost my other mitten. That makes 5 mittens this winter. I'm in big trouble. Let's search every place we played today. We'll start at the hill where we rode on Ralph's sled. Here's Ralph's boot, but there's no mitten. I'll look around the castles we built with Ralph and Irby and Ruth. That was fun. here's Ralph's other boot, and Ruth's sock, and Herbie's sweater, but no mitten. Oscar, you found it! Wow, a flying mitten! You see it over here? Oh, it's only a little bird. I wonder if he stole my mitten to make a snuggly nest. No, he's too small to carry off a mitten, but an eagle could do it. Maybe an eagle took my mitten to keep his baby's head warm. Do you think my mitten got tired of being a mitten? Maybe it just slipped out of my hand and hopped away. There are no mitten tracks, but there are some moose tracks heading toward the woodpile. Could that mouse be using my mitten for a sleeping bag? Or maybe he'll wear it next Halloween and he'll be a mitten mummy. Let's go see if I dropped my mitten while we were making the snowman to surprise Miss Seltzer. I haven't seen your mitten, Annie, but why don't you look in the garden where you are making snow angels? Finding missing mittens is hard work. It would be easier to grow new ones. Let's try planting the other mitten right here in the garden. Next spring, when the snow melts, a little mitten tree might sprout. Miss Seltzer and I would take good care of it all summer long. In the fall, we'd pick the right mittens. Then I'd give mittens on Christmas. And mittens on birthdays, and mittens on Valentine's Day. Oscar, it's getting dark and it's starting to rain. We'll never find that mitten. Come inside, Annie. I made some hot chocolate for us and I've got a biscuit for Oscar. Look, the rain is melting the snowman. But what's that spot on his chest? Gracious, your snowman has a heart. My mitten is the heart of the snowman. And that's the end of the missing mitten mystery. Alright, so it is time for our banana song. So, put your hands above your head, make your banana, and peel bananas. Peel, peel bananas. Peel bananas. Peel, peel bananas. And chop bananas. Chop, chop bananas. Chop bananas. Chop, chop bananas. And mash bananas. Mash, mash bananas. Mash bananas. Mash, mash bananas. And eat bananas. Eat, eat bananas. Eat bananas. Eat bananas. And what's the last thing? You all know it's time to go bananas! Good job! Okay, our next game is going to be all about matching socks, right? Because socks, that's a big thing that you wear in the winter to keep your feet warm, right? You put your socks on before you put your boots on. And there's all different kinds of socks that you can wear. So what we're going to do is I am going to point to a sock, and then I'd like you guys to tell me where on the board you see its matching partner, okay? So all of our socks up here have a matching partner. So the first one I'm going to point to is, let's do this one. So the sock has a background of purple with different colored polka dots. We've got some yellow and pink, green, blue. Does anybody see another sock on our board that looks the same as this one? Anybody see it? You point to it. Okay, I'm gonna go over the board. Let's see. Could it be this one? I think it is, right? So you've got that one and that one. So these two make a matching pair, right? There's our purple pair of socks. All right. What about, let's see, maybe this sock? It's got red and green, looks kind of Christmassy maybe? Anybody see one that looks the same as that one? What about this one? That one's got green. No, you're right. It doesn't have red, right? So we need to make sure it has green and red. Where else on the board you guys see one that looks like this sock? Maybe over this way? Right here, you've got it. So, we've got another, what do we call it when they match? A pair. So there's our second pair of socks. All right. Now let's go with, what about this one? It's yellow with some white shapes in it. Anybody see another yellow sock? It looks the same. Put my hand over, you tell me when to stop. Stop. There's another one. It's another match, right? Okay, so we've got our third match, another pair of socks. Good job. Okay, let's move our socks over here. What about this one? This one's got some fun flowers on it. Do you see any other sock on the board that has flowers like that one? This one looks kind of similar, right? Similar colors. Do you think, is it the same though? No, you're right, it's not the same. Those look more like sprinkles maybe, right? But not flowers. Is there other flower one? Here? I think so. We've got another match. Good job. Okay, what about our next one? What about this fun blue one? It's got some different shades of blue. I think they call it Argyle. That's the pattern. Do you see another blue Argyle sock anywhere on the board? Use my finger to go over them. And boop. There's our match. So now we've got two warm and toasty blue Argyle socks. Just a couple left. What about our sprinkle one that we already mentioned? I think the sprinkle socks match is pretty close. Like right next door. There's another match. There we go. Like sprinkles on a cupcake. All right. Two more matches. Got our green and white sock. Do you think this one looks like it? I think it's got some green, but I don't think it's quite the same, right? So, I think here is its match. Whoops. Oh. Got that match. And our last match is right next to each other, right? We've got our bright colored zigzag lines. It's a fun looking pair of socks. So let's pull those ones off. Okay. Okay. So let's count all of our matches that we have. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good job, guys. 8 matching pairs of socks. Our final story today is Froggy Gets Dressed. It was cold. Froggy woke up and looked out the window. "Snow, snow," he sang. "I want to play in the snow." "Go back to sleep, Froggy," said his mother. "Don't you know frogs are supposed to sleep all winter? Wake up when the snow melts." "No, no," cried Froggy. "I'm awake, awake. I want to go out and play in the snow." So Froggy put on his socks, zoop, pulled on his boots, zoop, put on his hat, zap, tied on his scarf, zoop, tugged on his mittens, zoom, and flopped outside into the snow, flop, flop, flop. "Froggy," called his mother. "What?" yelled Froggy. "Did you forget to put something on?" Froggy looked down. "Whoops," cried Froggy. "I forgot to put on my pants." He flopped back inside, flop, 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 tugged off his mittens, untied his scarf, took off his hat, pulled off his boots, he left his socks on, and slipped his pants on, zip. Then he pulled on his boots, zoop, put on his hat, zap, tied on his scarf, zoop, tugged on his mittens, zoom, and flopped back outside into the snow, flop, flop, flop. "Froggy," called his mother. "What?" yelled Froggy. "Did you forget to put something on?" Froggy looked down. "Whoops," he cried. "I forgot to put on my shirt." "And your coat," added his mother. He flopped back inside, flop, 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 tugged off his mittens, untied his scarf, took off his hat, he left his pants, boots, and socks on, and buttoned up his shirt, zoop, zoop, zoop. Then he snapped on his coat, snap, put on his hat, zap, tied on his scarf, zwiep, tugged on his mittens, zoom, and flopped back outside into the snow, flop, flop, flop. "Froggy," called his mother. "What?" yelled Froggy. "Did you forget to put something on?" Froggy looked down. He had on his mittens, he had on his scarf, he had on his coat, he had on his shirt, he had on his pants, he had on his boots, he had on his socks. He reached up. Yep, he had on his hat. What could be missing? "Your underwear!" his mother laughed. "Oops," cried Froggy, looking more red in the face than green. He flopped back inside, flop, 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 tugged off his mittens, untied his scarf, unsnapped his coat, unbuttoned his shirt, unzipped his pants, pulled off his boots, took off his socks, he left his hat on, and slipped his long johns on with a zap of elastic. Then he put on one sock, zoop, pulled on one boot, zop, tugged on his mitten, zoom, started to tug on the other, and let it drop and said, "I'm too tired," and went back to sleep. Good night, Froggy. And that's the end of Froggy Gets Dressed. Okay, so our story time this week has officially come to an end. So thank you guys all for joining in. And we're going to go ahead and wrap it up with our goodbye song, Tickle the Clouds. Tickle the clouds, tickle your toes, turn around and tickle your nose. Reach down low, reach up high. Story time's over, so wave goodbye. Thank you guys again for joining us this week, and I hope to see you here next week. Bye! Bye!